it.
And I'll get started and open up to questions for William Karlsson there on the left, Max Pacioretty on the right. We'll start with Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
Hey, Max, can you just take us through that goal from trying to get position in front of the net, what you saw and getting the stick on it?
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like it's tough to believe when you miss so many chances. But with Marshy breaking the ice, this line here, these guys, Carly's line, really got us going tonight. And, you get that first goal, you just have a feeling the next one's going to come. And so when that floater comes in from Holden, you just have a little bit more confidence that you're going to tip it. And, that's how it played out.
Next question tonight goes to Ben Goetz with the Las Vegas Review Journal.
Hey, Max, your line was maxed up against their top guys a lot tonight. Just what are the keys to defending that line, and why have you guys been able to have so much success against them at 5-on-5 this series?
I mean, you don't want to say we're defending them. We want to make them defend, and it's no secret that's the way to play against top guys in the league. I mean, McKinnon is probably the fastest guy in the league, and if you let him wind up with speed coming back in his end, he's going to make you pay. So we want to try and play down in their end, have them waste some energy and make them stop in their own end. And it's not going to be perfect every night. They're a great line that's had a lot of success. So we just got to do the best we can every night.
We'll go to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, William, not to be over dramatic, but considering where the game was, where the series is, do you think Jonathan Marchessault's goal saved the series?
Yeah, I mean, that goal obviously gave us the energy and, for them to finish it off. And I mean, going down 3-0 is really hard in hockey. So a huge goal. Time will tell how huge it's going to be.
Next we'll go to Mark Spector from Sportsnet.
Yeah, Max, maybe you could just let us in on, I know you guys are involved in the game and we were sitting on the outside watching a hockey game that was one of the most entertaining games forever. Can you get a sense with a full crowd and a million chances, and it was really wide open hockey? It didn't look like typical close to the vest playoff hockey by any means. Is there any way for a player to enjoy it as much as the 18,000 people in the stands did, Max?
Truthfully, I really did enjoy it. And I'm not saying that just because we came out on top. It's just so much fun to play in front of fans, especially our fans. We've talked about so often how they're able to help us take over a game, and they stayed positive with us right to the very end there. And once we were able to break through, you use that momentum that they give us. I mean, the place is electric. You could probably see and feel it, up top in the stands through the TV. This is the best place to play, and especially in the playoffs, it's a lot of fun.
Time for a couple more tonight with William and Max. Next, go to Christopher Chapman, Fox Sports, Las Vegas.
Yeah, hey, Max, you mentioned Nick Holden getting the assist on your goal. He's a consummate professional. So can you talk about just what having a guy like that means to this team? Because obviously he probably didn't play as much as he would have wanted to in the regular season, but he seems to be lighting it up now in the postseason.
Nick Holden means the world to this team. He, was dealt a tough hand there, not playing for so long. Every single day you came to the rink, the guy had a smile on his face. Didn't act any different if he's in the lineup, with the top pair, or if he's not in the lineup. And that mindset, that attitude is contagious. He was able to step in. I think he's playing some of the best hockey I've seen him play since I've been here. And he's played a huge, huge part in our success thus far in the playoffs. And it's just really nice to see a guy like that get rewarded.
Next question tonight comes from Brian Blessing, Vegas Hockey Hotline.
William, outwardly, you're a pretty even keel guy, but can you describe the emotions of the roller coaster ride of how game 2 ended, and then you're able to bounce back, tie it, and win it late? The swings of emotion. How do you guys manage that?
Well, it doesn't matter if you're down or up. You're always gonna believe. And even when we're down, I still think we have that faith of, we believe in ourselves that we can turn this around. Today, for example, was one of those games, and to tie it up too in that game too. So I think, obviously kind of you'd rather want to play with the lead. But that's what I like about this team, that we never give up. So so try to maintain try to maintain the emotion where we need it to be.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, thanks for the time tonight.
Thank you.
We're expecting Marc-André Fleury and Mark Stone to be available next tonight.
Fantastic.
I'll take questions from Mark Stone on the left, Marc-André Fleury on the right. We'll start with Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
For Mark Stone, obviously a big goal by Pacioretty at the end, but can you talk about just the plays he made throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, he's been big, big addition to our lineup since Game 7. He's our most dynamic forward. He can score from all over the ice. Just a name that the other team has to circle and key on, that opens up space for the rest of us. He's been getting his chances. He's been making those subtle little plays on the power play. And like I said, he's just been a huge get to get back in our lineup for our depth. He makes the scoring goals look pretty easy, and he scores them in different ways. So, he's been huge for us.
Next, we'll go to Justin Emerson, the Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Mark Stone, you, Max, and Chandler bottled up their top line pretty good. I guess, what do you think that you did well against them tonight?
You're not going to completely eliminate them. They're going to get their chances. They're one of the best lines in the league for a reason, but we see ourselves as one of the best lines in the league as well. I think Chandler's speed has been key for that. He skates the middle of the ice, just as well as anyone in this league. And we're not trying not to change much. We're trying to create ozone time, force them to come 200 feet. You turn the puck over with McKinnon, he's gone, and it really puts a ton of pressure on your defense. And I think Theodore back there and Holden have done a great job with gaps and Theo's speed.
Next question tonight goes to Willie Ramirez from the Associated Press.
Marc-André, Mark talked very highly of Max, but for the 4-year guys that have been here since day one, you've seen Jonathan make big play after big play to the Stanley Cup run the first year and then just throughout. Can you just talk about how he continues to step up at the time this team is needed it the most?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's obviously a big part of the team, and since day one, right? He's a guy that works hard, goes to the corner, goes in front of the net. He's got a great shot, battles hard, and makes the right play. I think he's a good leader for a team with the way they plays, the intensity he brings. He's been bringing it for years now, and it's fun to see how he carries himself with confidence and is able to make those big plays during playoffs.
Next question tonight goes to Ben Goetz with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hey, for Mark Stone, you guys were making a push a little bit there in the third period before Marchessault's goal. Did you feel that goal was coming if you guys kept playing that way?
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge goal by Marshy. He sticks with it. But yeah, we had tons of chances. There's a bunch of good looks. I think, Hager had a couple good jumping in. RD was transported the puck really well, and we kind of put them on their heels a bit. Once we got that second goal, momentum shifted. That was the loudest I've had a building in quite some time. And then we get that third one. Your ears start ringing, and you could just feel the intensity and the momentum just shift our way. And I think we had 4.5 minutes to get through, and I think they had one or two chances, but the Flower made a couple real tight 5-hole saves, which were key.
Next question goes to Brian Blessing, Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Marc-André, it's funny how things seem to work out. Game 2, you and Rantanen have a showdown. He wins that one. He's got the puck on his stick at the tail end of the game again tonight. You get the best of that one. Talk about that final save and just trying to get the best of him there.
Yeah, obviously it was frustrating, losing that game 2 in overtime there. So I was happy, not happy, but I had a chance to redeem myself a bit there, and that was close. He looked up, like he was coming higher, and then squeaked it 5 goals. So I was lucky enough to go down quick enough to land on it, and it was a good feeling.
We'll go to Christopher Chapman from Fox Sports Las Vegas.
Yeah, hi, Marc-André. I just want to follow up on that because after that save, it was a timeout, and the crowd went absolutely insane. They're chanting your name. Could you just kind of walk us through that moment of what it was like for the first time in 15 months to have 17,000+ people in the arena just going crazy?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We've been lucky to, that we had some fans since the beginning of the playoffs here, and it was nice. It was good. But tonight was something else. After that big third goal we had, and when you make a save and people cheer your name like that, and gives you goosebumps. I still get some now, so it's a lot of fun. It gives you a great feeling, and that's the reason why playing this game can be so much fun.
Last question here tonight from Mark, and Mark goes to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, for Mark Stone, Marc-André had kind of touched on Jonathan Marchessault, but he had that goal too in game 2 of the Minnesota series. You guys had just went down and he came back and tied it a couple of seconds later or whatever. I guess, can you just touch on his neck for scoring a big goal when you guys needed the most?
Yeah, I mean, that line's been together for what is it now? 4 years.
Yeah.
The chemistry is just natural for those guys. I mean, Smitty makes a incredible play at the blue line, and I don't know if he was the one that slid it, but or Carly slid it over to Marshy for the kind of partial breakaway, and like I said, kind of sticks with it. But for sure, I mean, he's come up clutch for this organization since day one. He's one of the guys who helped build the culture of this team, and that's why you see us able to come back in these games. We could have easily, folded the tent, backed up, and gone down 0-3. But he's a big guy, big time player. Steps up for us when we need it. And today was a huge goal. You could just build momentum, and then we scored one or two shifts later, and you could just feel it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're expecting Jonathan Marchessault and Nick Holden to also be available. Now open to questions for Jonathan Marchessault on the left, Nick Holden on the right. Start with Christopher Chapman from Fox Sports Las Vegas.
Hi, Nick. You just talk about what this season's been like for you. I know you didn't probably play as much as you wanted to in the regular season, but now you're really taking advantage of your opportunities in the postseason.
Yeah, obviously, wish I would have played more in the regular season. Didn't, but it doesn't matter now. We're playing now in the playoffs. All that matters is winning, and obviously, fortunate to be in the lineup right now and just trying to make the most of it.
This question comes from Ben Goetz, Las Vegas Review Journal.
Hey, Nick, can you just take us through what you saw on Max Pacioretty's goal there and what taking in the reaction of the crowd was like after that?
Yeah, when Stones turned back and just laid the puck in for me, I just made sure I hit it hard, and obviously Patch got a great tip on it, and the building was already loud from when Marchie had scored, and it got much louder, and so it's pretty exciting for our group to get that go-ahead goal.
Next, we go to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Jonathan, your goal, and then Max is not long after. I guess not to be over dramatic, but do you think that saved the series?
I mean, we have a lot of hockey to play. I mean, I think last game we played a great game, and we should have had a better outcome. But I mean, tonight we stuck with it, and obviously we were down 2-1, but we were the better team out there tonight, and we got a little some lucky bounces there, and yeah, hopefully we can turn that around. But now it's all about next game. Like, we can't get too high or too low after games. It doesn't matter if we lose 7-1 or we win 3-2. It's we got to focus on the next game, and that's what we're gonna do.
Let's go to Storing Tony, Vegas Golden Knights.
We heard the word belief a lot. This group just has that belief in itself. You guys are obviously veteran, but why is there late in the game, down 0-2 in a series, that there is no panic from you guys?
Well, nothing's gonna feel no one's gonna feel sorry for us. I mean, obviously we go on the road, and you always want to get one on the road, and we didn't do the job over there. So we come back and we got to take care of business here. And I mean, a series, it doesn't get win after the first game or the second game or the third game. It gets win when you win 4. So we learned from that with the past series. Also, we let Minnesota come back in the series for no reason, really. So honestly, we got to learn from our mistakes, and win or lose, next game we got to focus on the next game. And I think we showed that we can play against that group, and we have to be aware when they're big guns on the ice, and when we do that, I think we can get a good outcome.
Next question comes from Jesse Granger with The Athletic.
Hey, for Nick, can you talk about Max Pacioretty's performance tonight? Not just the big goal at the end, obviously, but it just seemed like he was everywhere on the ice.
Yeah, I think Max, I don't even know how many opportunities he had tonight. It just shows how good he was playing. He was getting chances in front of the net. He had that breakaway. It's just great to see a guy that missed a little bit of time here, came back, and since he's been back, he's been strong. He's been obviously all year really good for us, but in the playoffs now, it's great to see him being able to score.
I'll take 2 final questions here for John and Nick. Next, we'll go to Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Doing good, Spec. You?
All right, man. Listen, you guys are pros and you play in front of big crowds all the time. But because you didn't get them this year, right? It was such a goofy year with no crowds. What's it like to jump back into this playoff atmosphere and have a full house in one of the great buildings? Was it as cool to play in that game as it was for us guys watching on TV?
It's probably cooler. I mean, like you said, to not have fans or full capacity fans all year for us, at least. It's just a different atmosphere. And so when we came out for warmups and then the start of the game, the building was loud and energetic. And then obviously when we scored those 2 quick goals in the third period, I don't think I've played in a louder building when that happened. So our rink, the entertainment value is there, but our fans know how to bring it, and they definitely brought it today.
Final question for Jonathan and Nick goes to Willie Ramirez, Associated Press.
Jonathan, since year one, we've seen a lot of forwards come and go. Some stayed. The one constant has been your line. Is there a sense of pride with you three, you, William, and Riley? Tonight, 2 of the 3 goals and just always coming up big.
Yeah, I mean, we're since the beginning, and obviously the Golden Knights kind of give us like a chance to be a more regular player and a more offensive player in the NHL. And obviously we take that organization. It's our family, and obviously we believe in each other, but also what the management did to bring like
always a good fit for our group. It's been actually amazing, and it's been a rocky road, but I think this year we have a good team, and I mean we everybody respect each other and respect each other's role, and that's how you build a franchise and a successful one. So it's been great, but I mean it's never gonna be we're never gonna be satisfied until we actually win it all, and I think we have the team for that. But we, like I said, we got to take one team at a time, one team, one game at a time, and we're just gonna focus on game 4 here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Now take a few questions for head coach Pete DeBoer. We'll start with Brian Blessing from the Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Hey, Brian.
Hello, Pete. Can you just talk, I mean, from the coach's perspective, the player's perspective, the swings of emotion, how game 2 ended, the way this game went, how you guys try to, stay professional and have an even keel and execute?
Yeah, perseverance. We just stuck with it. We just kept our belief in our game, which I think has been in a good place. If you throw out game 1, even back to the last game of the season, we played them here for first place overall. We played some pretty good periods of hockey against them. So, it's just a matter of sticking with it. I think, the crowd was so awesome. The full building was so great. It was so nice to be back in that type of atmosphere again. And they were huge in the third period for us, sticking with us and keeping the energy levels up. And, it was awesome. It was nice to be back at home with a full house.
Next question tonight comes from Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Justin.
Seems like all season when you guys have needed a big goal, it's been Jonathan Marchessault that's been right there to net it for you. I guess what can you say about his ability to kind of step up when the moment calls for it?
You know what? I thought our best players were all good tonight. Marshy was on that list. That Patch was great. Stoney was great. I mean, we just had a full team effort, and I think Marshy's, for me has had a great season for us. I think we left the bubble. He was disappointed that we lost, and he came back, and I think he's been really consistently good all year for us.
We'll go to Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Pete, you mentioned how good the top players are. Pacioretty scores the game-winning goal, but it seemed like he was everywhere on the ice. What impressed you most about his effort tonight, other than the goal?
Yeah, you know what? That's as normal as Patch has looked. Came back for Game 7 of the Minnesota series, really with very little practice time, and I thought played on adrenaline, gave us a real good boost that night. But that catches up to you, and tonight was the first night I thought he's really started to look like his old self again. And he was big, he was heavy, he was hard, he was attacking, had some real good looks, and obviously a huge goal at the end.
Next question comes from Ben Goetz with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Pete, you had Stevenson's line out against McKinnon's a lot tonight. What did you like about that matchup, and how do you think they performed tonight?
Like I said, I thought all our big guys were great, and our whole team was great, but your best players have to be your best players. And I thought, we had everybody pulling in the right direction. We're not a real matchup team. we want to get into that 4-line rhythm. And I think that's always when we play our best. And I thought our 4th line gave us some fantastic shifts, especially early in that game. So, as far as matchups go, that's not something that we're chasing.
We'll take one final question tonight. That goes to Willie Ramirez, Associated Press.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, Pete, you talked about Jonathan March. Just saw, and I think I asked you this during the regular season, but that original quote unquote misfit line, you got to see it up close when you were at San Jose and now coaching. It seems to just play with the sense of pride that it's been here all 4 years, and it's somewhat, and I think you called it the core of the forward group. Can you just touch on that line, 2 of the 3 goals tonight?
Yeah, I think I use the word identity. I think they're the identity of this franchise. They're 3 guys that all bring something different to the table. All have been probably overlooked at some point in their career. They have great chemistry, and they hop over the boards and work hard every single night and are hard to play against. But that chemistry that they have is hard to replicate. So we haven't messed too much with it.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
That'll conclude the post-game availability. We'll send out recordings in just a bit. Thanks everyone for the time tonight.